All right, hey guys, here today to talk to you about overcoming your fears. And we all get to that point in our life where we want to accomplish something, a specific goal, or we want to get generally better with our social environment, or we want to be able to rise in our work occupation, rise in rank, or whatever you want to do. But we get to that point where we realize that there's something we're afraid of, and we need to push past it in order to get what we want. Or sometimes, people are trying to follow their dreams, which, let's face it, we all are. So, one of the biggest problems we run into when we're trying to follow our dreams is that we fall into this trap where we think, oh, I have a bunch of time. I can do this tomorrow. If I don't, let's say, like, I'm working on right now my social interactions with people. So, like, if I were to be like, no, I could work on it tomorrow. I could go approach people tomorrow. I could try to talk to more people tomorrow. That's a trap that you fall into because you realize every day you're saying tomorrow, and then you never actually go out and do this thing. So some people, they say in order to achieve you've got to believe, which is catchy, but it's not completely true. In order to achieve, you do have to believe in yourself, but most importantly you have to go out there and take action. You can't just sit around all day procrastinating. It's proactive procrastination. You could, let's say you even wanted, let's say in my specific situation, I wanted to get better with social interactions, get better with talking to girls, get better with even like meeting new people. I'm a musician, so that's what I want to do. I want to meet more musicians. Well, I can read about, there's so many videos out there, and I can read about so many books that talk about how to communicate. I've actually read a couple, like 92 Tricks to Communicating with People, The Psychology of Persuasion and Influence to like get people to do things that I want. Random books like that, but they all talk about very similar things, and videos too. You can sit down and watch hours of video on how to get better at social interaction, but what you get to the point, and this is where I'm at right now, where it doesn't matter how many videos you watch, it doesn't matter how many books you watch, it doesn't even matter if you go out and like try to interact with people. It's not enough to be like, yeah, I'm out, I didn't like go up and talk to anybody, but at least I'm pushing myself to go out. Like, no, you weren't pushing yourself to go out. Your goal was to get better at socially interacting with people. So it really, there's just no way around it. The only way you're going to get better is to put yourself in that uncomfortable state of mind, to go out there and be like, look, I'm really shitty at this, and it's going to be really bad for a really, really long time, and it's not going to get better unless I put myself out there, and unless I try to be like, okay, I'm going to feel really awkward, I'm going to feel really shitty, it's going to be really weird, I'm going to get rejected a lot, but I'm going to go out there and talk to people. And it's the same thing with whatever you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to do better at work, let's say you're used to procrastinating, you have deadlines all the time, but you always keep missing them, then you start doing small shit like waking up 30 minutes earlier every day, like eating a better breakfast so you don't have to take as big a lunch break, so you can do more work during lunch. So you can push yourself harder. You can read books related to your work, which isn't related to what I was saying earlier about reading books. Like in that case, you should read more books, and but at the same time, you should also be taking action on the books. Don't just read them and be like, "Oh, that was a cool idea." No, you should go out there and be like, "Yeah, so this is what the book said. How am I going to implement this into my everyday life in the work environment?" So, all that being said, it comes down to two things. Uh, Taking action and consistency over time. So it's one thing. What I see a lot with a lot of other people too is people that get really passionate about something, but they burn out in 1 or 2 weeks, or maybe even a month, or let's say 2 or 3 months. The point being is they're not consistent. Let's say in my situation, I can push myself to go out once or twice a week, and but if I'm only doing it for like a month and then I'm like, look, I'm tired, like I've learned enough, there's like, no, that probably first of all means I wasn't passionate about it, or second of all, it means I was too afraid to go any further. I was putting myself in an uncomfortable state of mind for too long, and I just couldn't handle it. But no, the second part about taking action is being responsible or responsibly staying consistent, being responsible to yourself, not to somebody else. You have to tell yourself every time that it's going to be weird, and it might even take you a year of everyday uh, being uncomfortable and being like, no, I didn't want to wake up those 30 minutes earlier. I didn't want to make that my own breakfast. I didn't want to eat healthier so I could take smaller lunch breaks. Or all of those, they're all excuses. And excuses after a while, they're annoying, they're pathetic. You just have to get over yourself. Get out of your head and start to realize that the only thing stopping you from accomplishing your dreams is you. And the consistency over time is the only way to build those habits, because it'll be weird for a while. It'll be shitty for a while. You'll feel bad. It won't be fun, but it's your dream, you know? If this is really what you want, then stop bitching about it. Stop making excuses. It can be really pathetic. And I'm, at the same time as telling this to you, I'm telling this to myself. You know, there's no more excuses. It's time to go out there and fucking accomplish your dreams. Life is short. You don't have that much time. You do realize if you get in a car at any point of the day, at any point of time during the next day or two, you do realize you're doing one of the most dangerous things possible in the United States of America, which is where I'm from. Whoever could be watching could be from a different country, but cars literally kill more people than anything else in this country. So if you drive a car or get in a car, you do realize that you're putting yourself most at risk to die any day, ever. I know so many people that have gone into big car accidents. My mom's actually at the hospital right now for my aunt's mother, who was in a car accident, and she like broke her ribs and she needed open heart surgery. You don't know what's going to happen. If it really is your dream and you want to accomplish this, don't tell yourself you have time, because you don't. It can all come collapsing in one day. You could tomorrow find out you get cancer. You can't. What are you going to do? You have 1 year. You have 2 years tops, maybe. You know, like if they caught it too late into the game, a number of things could happen. You could get a disease. You could get run over. You could you could crash into somebody and then end up having to pay insurance bills for the rest of your life. You can go bankrupt. You can lose your job. Today, you have the opportunity. We live in one of the greatest countries on earth in terms of economy. Like as hard as it can feel sometimes, you have to realize how easy we have it compared to other people. People from my country back home in Syria right now, they're starving. You know, there's people, death is everywhere around them. My cousin can't cry anymore because of how much death he's seen over there. It just won't come out of him. You have to. If you walk out of your house on a daily basis and you don't fear for your life, do you understand how lucky you are right now? Stop making excuses. You are the creator of your own reality. You can go out there and do anything you set your mind to. You have to believe in yourself. You have to take action. You have to stay consistent. And above all, you really do need that passion. If it's really your dream, or you really want or you really want to accomplish something, you have to actually want to accomplish it. It might sound a little nutty, but you just need to want to do it. Otherwise, there's no underlying purpose for you to believe in yourself and take action and be consistent. You have to want it. And really, that's it. That's it for this first video. My name is Munir, and have a good day, guys.